Okay, so today we're going to dig into something really cool. It's a script that teaches kids how to code the game Flappy Bird. But here's the thing. We're not actually here to learn how to make the game. Instead, we're going to deconstruct how this lesson is engineered to be so engaging, so effective, and let's be honest, so addictive for young learners. All right, let's get into it.
This is literally the opening line from the source material. It's not just a catchy phrase. It's a promise. This lesson isn't just about teaching code. It's about creating an experience that you just can't put down. So how on earth does it pull that off? So the first piece of the puzzle? It's all about simplicity, the absolute genius of simplicity. This lesson is made for kids as young as 6. I mean, just think about that for a second. How do you take something as abstract and complicated as computer programming and make it feel less like a chore and more like a trip to the arcade? And this slide really just lays it all out, doesn't it? On one side, you've got the old school way, you learned about variables and loops, and maybe, just maybe, you'll see something happen on screen an hour later. And then, boom, on the other side, you've got this scripts method. You do something, you see it happen instantly, and it's all written in a language that sounds like it's straight out of a video game. It's fun over formality, every time.
This is where that hyped, gamer tone really comes alive. I mean, just look at these phrases. They're not just words, they're chosen specifically to get you excited. Flap frenzy, endless doom incoming. This isn't your boring old textbook language. This reframes the whole thing. It's not a lesson anymore, it's a quest. You're not a student, you're a flat master.
So, that's the language. But how does the code actually deliver on all that hype? Well, it all starts by engineering this incredibly tight and satisfying feedback loop, which makes those very first steps feel instantly rewarding. And to really get this, we got to talk about a teaching concept called scaffolding. All it really means is that you don't throw the whole kitchen sink at the learner at once. You break down a huge task into tiny, manageable, easy-to-understand pieces. And this script, oh, it's an absolute masterclass in scaffolding.
Okay, check this out. This is the very first piece of code the student writes, and the result is immediate. The concept is gravity, the code is simple, and bam, the bird starts falling. There's no waiting, no compiling, just pure instant cause and effect. And that is huge. And then, right away, the next step is just perfect. It immediately gives the learner agency, that feeling that they are in control. You press the spacebar, the bird flaps. That's it. In literally 2 simple steps, the student has gone from a blank screen to a dynamic little world they can directly control. That feeling is so incredibly powerful. And the script itself knows how cool this moment is. It actually celebrates with you with this fantastic line. It's taking this huge, complex idea, simulating physics, and making it feel like a superpower you just unlocked. It's not just code, it's magic.
All right, so the core mechanics are in place. The flapping feels good, the immediate feedback is there. But to get someone truly hooked, to create that addiction they talked about, you need to go deeper. You have to tap into our psychology. You have to engineer motivation.
And that brings us to the big question, right? The bird flaps, the bird falls. So what? What is it that transforms that simple little interaction into a compelling game loop that makes kids want to come back again and again and again? Well, the answer is a word you've probably heard a million times: gamification. The secret here is that the script isn't just teaching kids to code a game. It's using the principles of game design to make the learning process itself feel like a game. It's all about points, failure, and that powerful desire to just try one more time.
Let's just break down the game over mechanic, because it is designed perfectly. The failure is clear, you touch a pipe. The consequence is super low stakes, the game just stops. No big deal. And then, crucially, it immediately shows you your high score. It's not punishing you. It's creating an instant, personal challenge. It's whispering, hey, you can beat that.
And then there's this, the simplest thing in the world: +1. Every single time you successfully pass through a pipe, you get this tiny little hit of positive reinforcement. It's a constant drip feed of success that trains your brain to want more, making every successful run feel like a small victory. Now for the final, and honestly, the most important twist in this lesson's design. After guiding the learner step by step, holding their hand the whole way, the script does something absolutely brilliant. It lets go. It shifts them from just following instructions to becoming an active creator. This single line changes everything. Step 5, your twist. Up to this point, you've been following a recipe, building a clone.
Now they're throwing out the recipe book and encouraging you to become the chef. This is where the real learning, the deep learning, actually happens.
This slide really lays out the two phases beautifully. The first part of the lesson is all about instructional learning. You're mastering the mechanics, building a solid foundation. But that final step is all about creative application. It's the difference between learning to copy a sentence and actually writing your own story.
And the script doesn't just say, go be creative. It provides these awesome concrete prompts. What if you added coins? Could you code 2 birds at once? These aren't just homework assignments. They're fun little missions that use the exact skills the student just learned. It encourages them to experiment and to take real ownership of what they built.
Ultimately, this final step is designed to spark what you see here: intrinsic motivation. The idea is that the reward is no longer just getting a high score. The real reward becomes the act of creation itself, the joy of building something unique and making it your own. And that is the key to creating a lifelong passion for learning.
So, when you boil it all down, the big takeaway from all of this is pretty clear. The genius of this Flappy Bird script isn't just in the code it teaches. It's in the carefully engineered journey it takes the learner on, from instant gratification, through psychological motivation, and finally, all the way to creative empowerment. Which leaves us with a final, pretty powerful thought. The techniques used here to create an addictive learning experience are incredible. It really makes you wonder, if you can apply these principles to teach a simple game, what else can they be used for? If you can code addiction, can you use the very same tools to code a lasting sense of curiosity?